The pollution of Dal Lake is a matter of worry, of course. That Dal Lake is unique because of three reasons: the floating gardens, the people living within the lake, and the houseboats. I cannot take houseboat responsibility. I should not put the burden on the people living within the lake. If I am not able to manage their living, I am not able to manage as a manager of the lake. The biggest problem of pollution, chemical pollution, I should say, is from the sewage treatment plants installed on the periphery of the Dal Lake. The houseboat pollution is not even 0.5% as compared to the pollution which is caused by the sewage entering into Dal Lake. I am Dr. M.R.D. Kunjangar, a student of aquatic ecology. With Dal Lake, I have a long association. I should say about more than 25 years in Dal Lake monitoring. And it is because of my association with Dal Lake, I was the founder, director research of what is called now today LADA, or Lakes and Waterways Development Authority. So I have been monitoring Dal Lake right from, I should say, 89, 90 onwards, when the red bloom appeared in Dal Lake. Since then, I am associated with Dal Lake, and after my superannuation, I am connected with Dal Lake through my research scholars who continue to have research on different aspects of the Dal Lake ecology. Dal Lake, which is popularly known as liquid jewel of Srinagar. This Dal Lake, I should say, is unique in the world. How is it unique? What is the uniqueness in this Dal Lake? Number one, a lake where you will find floating gardens on which different sorts of vegetables are grown, along with watermelons, muskmelons, etc. Second important thing is houseboats. These are the living, I should say, hotels or motels on the surface of the Dal Lake. And the third is the what we call islands or hamlets. More than 60-70,000 people living within the lake, which, according to me, are part and parcel of the lake ecosystem. So therefore, all the three components, Dal Lake, which is a focus of tourism and very popular in both at national and international level because of its recreational spots, its serene waters, and then the various activities like water seeking, fishing, swimming, boating, and even now paragliding. So therefore, Dal Lake is a very vital water body for the economy of the entire J&K state. Yes, of course, we do see lot of changes have happened during the last more than 60 years because of various developmental changes. For example, mushrooming of hotels, and then settlements all around the Dal Lake, and then the sewage problem and extension of floating gardens, the access to weeds because of the ingress of the nutrients into the Dal Lake, and also the alarming increase in the population of the people living within the Dal Lake, which has surely hampered the ecology of the Dal Lake, the health of the Dal Lake at various places. The pollution of Dal Lake is a matter of worry, of course. Many voices are raised against the pollution of Dal Lake. And to my experience, I recall that once upon a time, that is in 1970s, when NX team came to Srinagar and to prepare a conservation plan for Dal Lake. At that time, there was not a single hotel on the periphery Dal Lake. There were no habitations like that we do see today. And only worrisome factor that was in 1970, I am talking, were the houseboats. They suggested that the houseboats, the effluents which come out from the houseboats as a raw sewage need to be tackled. Although they are present at the exit canal, what we call as boulevard channel, where the water flow is sufficient and it is at the exit. But since then, 1975 onwards, we do find mushrooming of hotels. Most of the hotels I have seen that they have put underground pipes towards Dal Lake and sending all these effluents into the lake. Maybe I don't want to name the hotels, but I have all the records with me for last so many years which they have been sending to Dal Lake. Unfortunately, we had a lot of habitation all around Dal Lake tremendously after 80s. With the result, what happened? That whatever the sewage, raw sewage, it found way directly into the lake, thereby enhancing the nutrient level of the lake, resulted in serious weed infestation and impairing the water quality. So therefore, if I say at the moment, the houseboat pollution is not even 0.5% as compared to the pollution which is caused by the sewage entering into Dal Lake. I don't deny there are number of about 7 sewage treatment plants, STPs, around Dal Lake, which unfortunately, against the wishes of the scientists, have been installed with the wrong technology, wherein they are not in a position to lower the nutrient content, especially nitrates and phosphates, which are most disastrous or hazardous to the lake, and these STPs never are in a position to lower their limits. So hence, in my recent observation and comparing the open raw sewage from the houseboat area, if we compare with the outfall of sewage, rather what we so-called treated water from sewage plants is worse than the houseboat effluent which comes raw to the lake. So therefore, the biggest problem of pollution, chemical pollution I should say, is from the sewage treatment plants installed on the periphery of the Dal Lake, which need to be augmented immediately to save the lake for further deterioration in its water quality. Unfortunately, we do see that, especially in the valley of Kashmir, most of our wetlands are gone. May it be Indiranagar wetland, may it be wetlands on right and left side of the Batmalu area, or even now you see the bypass road, the right and left water bodies, what were the wetlands, are being filled not by these people first, it was the government. Unfortunately, the government still are continuing in the name of the development, numerous settlements have come, numerous government buildings have come, even unfortunately our court buildings have come on the wetlands. With the result, what has happened, that these wetlands have been treated as wastelands, which goes against the national wetland policy, which goes against our own state wetland policy. And unfortunate is that most of the wetlands, when have gone, it has caused a tremendous stress and strain on the migratory birds, which do not find any place now except barring few lakes which are at the moment also on the brink of deterioration. So therefore, this is a government policy, which is a wrong policy, and we need to raise our voice against this type of vandalism with the wetlands. Wetlands are what we call the kidneys. They serve as kidneys. They filter the rainwater, they filter the waters, and you have seen that because of the squeezing of wetlands, and we had floods in 2014, and they have created a havoc. Had there been those wetlands functional, we would not have been seeing such floods. And I am afraid that in future, I am afraid that whenever there will be consistent rains, the areas will be again under floods, and there will be always a threat to those inhabitants who live on wetland areas at the moment, and they must keep in mind that they are not living on land, they are living on water. As I said earlier, that the Dal Lake, I have seen so many lakes in Europe, in Australia, in USA, and even Manipur, national lakes, so many lakes. But I tell you honestly that I said earlier in my opening remarks that Dal Lake is unique because of three reasons: the floating gardens, the people living within the lake, and the houseboats. Houseboats are the point of attraction for all the foreigners or for all tourists. So therefore, the problem with us is management. We have to manage the houseboat business, we have to manage the floating gardens, we have to manage the what we call people living within the lake, which are a part and parcel of the lake ecology. So therefore, I hold this opinion that all these functions should go in a systematic manner, in a limited manner, what we call as lake management. What we are lacking at the moment is the proper lake management on scientific basis, which is missing currently. That's why we do see so many things happening into the Dal Lake. As I said, that houseboats are our prime focus, so that the tourism of Kashmir is concerned. So therefore, houseboats, in my so far I remember, their official number, registration number were only 800. There may be some illegal more than 800, but about 800 or 600 to 800 were already registered with the tourism department. And in a recent meeting, I think last year, we had a meeting with the Commissioner Secretary Tourism, wherein it was discussed the houseboat problem. I gave them the suggestion. The simple suggestion is that you relocate houseboats in such a way that they are connected to the main sewer line on the Western Foreshore Road, and in no case the houseboats should be dislodged, or they must be resettled somewhere at Dol Dam, which is totally a disastrous move. But without houseboat, Dal Lake is zero. Without floating gardens, Dal Lake is zero. Yes, as I told you that if we are not able to manage the lake For all these activities, we cannot be called as the managers of the lake. We have no right to be the managers. The management of the lake on the scientific basis should that every activity, whether it is fisheries, whether it is houseboat, whether it is floating garden or cultivation within the lake or any other activity, it should be managed. There must be zonation, proper zonation of the lake, where we can have all the activities in a scientific manner, in a systematic manner, without interfering with the health and ecology of the lake. That is the management. If we lack that knowledge, somebody should not be put responsible. I cannot take houseboat responsible. I should not put the burden on the people living within the lake. If I am not able to manage their living, I am not able to manage as a manager of the lake. So all the responsibility lies on the government, the agency which are the custodians of the Dal Lake.